As Derrick Rose continues to have difficulties with James defending. James for three. Rebounded by Noah.
I'd like to see him attack Boozer. They put Boozer in that pick and roll again. No way he can stay in front of LeBron. Although LeBron has made some of those threes in recent games in big situations.
Brewer off the double, got the step, and he is fouled. So Ronnie Brewer will go to the line. The foul on Mike Miller. Ronnie Brewer 0 for 1 at the line. In his 5th year out of Arkansas, last season split between Utah and Memphis, originally a first-round pick of the Jazz, and has received sporadic minutes in this series, but has played well.
Well, what Thibodeau's been trying to do is get Mike Miller. You talked about Boozer and the defensive liability. They're trying to get Mike Miller in that pick and roll with Derrick Rose, but because of you talked about Gibson coming in.
Offense, defense now. This is smart. Boozer goes to the bench. And Bulls with a couple of timeouts left, so if they get the ball back, Thibodeau can take a timeout and get Boozer back into the game, or if there's a dead ball, obviously, as well.
Brewer hitting both to give Chicago a 1-point lead with 1:25 left in the 4th quarter. Chicago has a full and a 20. Miami has a full and 2 20s. Both teams are over the foul limit. Bosch off the fake on Gibson and knocks it down.
That's the problem with Gibson, who hasn't played significantly in this second half. Comes right off the bench and goes for the pump fake by Chris Bosch.
1:14 left in the 4th. 1 point Miami lead.
Oh, they barely got it in.
James going for the steal. Here comes Rose, and Rose draws the foul. He knew he had the step on James, who had taken himself out, although he nearly came up with that steal.
And that's the risk you take if you're Miami by going after that inbounds pass. It leaves an open lane for Rose, and he hasn't seen one for most of this game, but here he goes. He gets the penetration. Once he gets to that launching pad area and he elevates, forget about it. He's going to get fouled.
And with Korver and Dame on the floor on those wings, there was no way that Wade could help. Wade could have been in a position to help him out, but because of the shooting ability of Dame, he couldn't.
Derrick Rose had hit his previous 5 free throws. That's a big miss.
And meanwhile, Tom Thibodeau with the luxury of getting his best defensive lineup back onto the floor with the free throws for Rose.
He's an 86% free throw shooter. The game is tied at 85.
That touched every inch of the inside of that rim right there.
Coming up on 1 minute remaining in the 4th. Wade looking for the shot. So Chicago ball, 50 seconds to play here in the 4th, and the game is tied.
That's the difference with Joakim Noah guarding that pick and roll instead of Boozer.
How about the matchup here between Derrick Rose and LeBron James?
Shot clock down to 5. Rose on a step back. Rose with the shot. Rebounded by Miller.
I don't like that possession. Rose one-on-one against James. There's not much of an advantage there.
Eric Spoelstra takes a timeout.
Miller on the floor, who's made shots, so you can space the floor with Miller and Bosch.
Dang defending on James. Shot clock to 5. Now Brewer picks him up. That's an offensive foul as James flailed his arm in the direction of Brewer, and it's Wade is stepping away. Down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Rose for the win, and we're headed to overtime.
First 3 of the series for Brewer, just 1 for 2.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the overtime. Here's Wade on a step back and knocks it down. His first points since back in the 2nd quarter.
And a tough shot. Brewer was all over it.
Miami by 3. Just under 2 to go in overtime. Boozer squeezing his way, and he is fouled.
Well, now better action here for Chicago. Pick and roll. And here, Derrick Rose does not use the pick and roll. Elects to go baseline, and it's all about ball movement here. Finds a wide open Ronnie Brewer. This is one of the guys that they said that they were going to help off of. And then look at Dwayne Wade. The tough step back here. Has struggled all night offensively for the Heat. Finds a big one to go right there.
Boozer 5 of 7 at the line. Foul committed by Haslam, his 4th. So it's a 2-point game. Miami is up 91-89. And now Boozer will shoot a second. Tom Thibodeau staying with Rose, Brewer, Boozer, Dang, and Noah. A minute 45 to go in overtime. Offset the screen. Here's James. He went right at Noah. 31 points for LeBron James. The Bulls. Miami is over the foul limit. And Chicago has a foul to give. Oh, bad pass. Miscommunication on the inbounds from Dang.
And look at the Chicago players walking back down the court. I mean, they just look exhausted. And sometimes fatigue leads to poor execution.
But why would you throw it to Noah in that situation anyway?
I don't know. Rose did not come out to catch the ball. I think they might have had something else planned there.
10 on the shot clock, and a foul on Rose, who felt that contact from James. But they had a foul to give.
Critical stop here for the Chicago Bulls.
Derrick Rose only 8 of 25. He's played the entire second half and overtime. Shot clock to 7. Here is James. Noah with the rebound. Derrick Rose lost it. Another turnover. Back comes Dwayne Wade and score.
The Bulls, something to point out, they have no turnovers left.
Dang looking to post up and then turn back by Wade. Dang is tripped up. Foul on Miami.
Simply just amazing.
First appearance at the line for Luol Deng. He is a 76% free throw shooter. Here's Taj Gibson coming on now for Carlos Boozer. Miami has outscored Chicago in overtime 10-5. The Bulls just 1 of 5 from the field in overtime, but they've committed the 3 turnovers, which makes it even worse. 4-point Heat lead, 52 seconds to play.
No timeouts left for Chicago either. So this is going to be very difficult down the stretch without the ability to advance the ball.
James playing the clock. Just working it down. 6 on the 24. It's all LeBron. Dang did not go for the top. For the fake, but it did not matter. LeBron James with 33 points.
He's the closer. I'm sorry.
Oh, rejected by Wade again. And the save was made. The ball ends up in the hands of Miller. Wade is fouled by Brewer.
I signed both of them. I got all 3 of them in here.
How you like me now?
3 block shots for Dwayne Wade. Only 14 seconds left in overtime.
Well, what a devastating loss for Chicago.
Absolutely.
They could not have played any harder. They could have made some shots, but defensively they were spectacular all night, and they had their chances at the end of regulation. They let it slip away, and Miami took advantage.
Wade scoreless through the third and fourth, has scored 6 points in overtime along with those block shots. Korver fires one up. NBA Finals with game number 5 back in Chicago on Thursday night as they sent to the backcourt and they'll run it out. That will do it. LeBron James was, well, apparently he was fouled by Miller. James 11 of 11 at the line. Another dazzling closing performance by LeBron James.
At both ends of the floor. I mean, whatever this team needs, he provides. Last game he turned into Magic Johnson.
Yes.
Tonight he was more Michael Jordan.
LeBron putting the finishing touches on this one. So the Heat taking a commanding 3 games to